Dame Dash says nobody gives a F about Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt doesn't sell shit. Why you think I gave it away? Nobody made no money off that shit. Barely went gold. Nobody gives a fuck about Reasonable Doubt other than people that were there. Nobody gives a fuck about Reasonable Doubt. Ask some kid about Reasonable Doubt. They'll be like, nobody cares about Jay-Z as a rapper. No kid gives a fuck about Jay-Z at all. They not jacking his hairstyle, his gear. No one's fucking with Jay-Z. No one's listening to them fucking raps. None of that shit. That's all. You know that. When's the last time this nigga made a record? He's an old man. Why the fuck should he be making records? But ain't nobody jacking Jay-Z. He's not. No one, I'm going to tell you what killed Jay-Z, them fucking dress shirts. That put him out of business. He wasn't fly after that. No one, he couldn't recover for them dress shirts. Show me a picture of me and a Yankee in a dress shirt with cufflinks, please. Let me know. Or some Van Dutch and all that. Like, show me any picture of me in any of that clown shit. I'm the coolest. I'll be like, yo, these niggas, think about how I'm looking. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, my homeboys used to, this nigga got these fucking motorcycle boots on. My homeboys used to give me hell for this nigga, man. They thought he was the funniest, he didn't have the kind of, he's not that, no dishes. I don't want to start this, but let's go. You know what I mean? But like fly nigga, look, I'm a fly. I made this shit too. It's brand new. Look at this. You see the CEO swim trunks and shit? I stay making fly shit for me. Only for the members. Only for CEO members. I don't even want everybody to wear the clothes. You gotta be like on some other shit. I'm not in it for the money, bro. I'm gonna be broke my whole life. I'm gonna always spend it. I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna make it, but I ain't holding a dollar. Holding money is for suckers to me. I don't care. Y'all could do it. I had the bricks. I hold some bricks and some real estate, but looking at green, nasty, stink money, I don't need that shit. I burn that shit. I burn money. Fuck all that. But I'm gonna be fresh. I'm the flyest broke nigga you ever saw.
What's up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CLBMG. Join that membership and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen, before we get started, head down into my affiliate links, tap in. Let's start from the beginning. Actually, no, let's start from the end. If you watch that clip, you hear Dame Dash talking about he's the flyest broke N-word you will ever see. He says that he burns money. He doesn't want sticky, stinky green money around him. He will hold some bricks. He will hold some real estate. For those that don't know what bricks are drugs. Now, I don't know if he meant literally, but that's what it literally means when you're talking about street shit. So he said he will hold some bricks, but he won't hold stinky green cash. And he's the flyest broke N-word you will ever see. Nobody's jacking Jay-Z's haircut. Nobody's jacking Jay-Z's clothes. He cracked on Jay-Z's dress shirts. He cracked on Jay-Z's entire fit. Motorcycle boots, this, that, and the third. Now, the internet never forgets, gang. We're gonna get into Reasonable Doubt. I want to get there. I'm gonna get there, but I'm starting here first. I'm gonna start at the end. Because Dame Dash has reached a level of hate and delusion you will rarely see in a grown man. As a grown man, you start to get wiser and smarter, and you start to do things, you move in a way that's going to make your legacy more impactful and not less. And all of this Jay-Z hate, after you said you didn't want to speak on Jay-Z anymore, it shows a level of hate that we have rarely ever seen, right? Like homeboy, his clothes, whack, his jewelry, whack, homeboy from the internet. Right? I found somebody posted that clip and I had a good laugh because that is 100%. That's my energy on some guys, and that's Dame Dash energy on Jay-Z all the time. And end of the day, we've reached a level where Dame Dash cannot eat without mentioning Jay-Z. He cannot breathe. He cannot sleep. This guy is obsessed with talking about Jay-Z and attempting to bring down and destroy Jay-Z's legacy. We have seen in the last 5 years, Dame Dash do more talking about Jay-Z than he has his entire life. He has a YouTube channel, and the only time that YouTube channel got numbers was when he discussed Jay-Z. He discussed the Jay-Z not the lawsuit. It was there was a case where Jay-Z was accused, him and Diddy, of assaulting a young woman. When that case was brought to light by Tony Busby, Dame Dash did a video about it. And the video did huge numbers, right? Everything that Dame Dash says about Jay-Z pretty much at this point goes viral because there is only really one person talking about Jay-Z. It's Dame Dash. And it's never good. It's never nice. It gets progressively negative, progressively worse, and progressively untrue. Somebody, salute to the internet. Somebody took a picture. And I'm gonna try to find the picture. They posted a picture of all the people wearing dress shirts when Jay-Z started wearing dress shirts. Jay-Z put on the dress shirts with the jeans and the Air Force Ones, and it was Nelly, Fabulous, quite a few other people started wearing the dress shirts with the cap, the ball cap, in the jeans, and Jay-Z did that. Jay-Z has sparked way more fashion things than Dame Dash. Most of Dame Dash shit sparked because he was with Jay-Z when he got people to start wearing pro cans again and this, that, and the third. Right? When they was still trying to sell Armadale vodka at some point. Right? All of that popped because of Jay-Z's name. But Dame Dash just went on a rant telling you nobody rocks, so nobody rocks braids. Gang, everybody's rocking braids. They've been rocking braids for 20 years. Dreads, braids, whatever you want to call them. So I don't know who's not rocking those dreadlocks and braids, this, that, and the third. But let Dame Dash tell it, nobody's rocking with Jay-Z. This is a 50-year-old man saying that kids aren't rocking with Jay-Z. And we're going to get to the Reasonable show, which just sold out. It is a show literally based on the retelling and re-performing all the tracks on Reasonable Doubt. That is it. That's what the show is, fellas. That's what this show is. He sold out. Is it the Met? I don't know. One of these one of these fucking stadiums. The Yankee Stadium, he sold it out. Whatever stadium it is, sold it out to perform Reasonable Doubt, which I'm sure there will be some young people in attendance. How young we gotta go to say kids, Dane? Are you talking about 14-year-olds? A 55-plus-year-old man can't impress 14-year-olds, therefore it's whack? Dame Dash, your level of delusion and hate has reached bounds we have not seen yet. I think you are the final boss level of hating ass niggas. I think Dame Dash has achieved that. I haven't seen nobody be more of a bigger hater, and wrong. You're so spiteful and hateful, you're wrong. So we've already seen that everybody was wearing the dress shirts when Jay-Z did it. It already happened, my guy. People rock dreads and braids. The motorcycle boots, there was a phase in the hood where guys were wearing, first of all, motorcycle boots are expensive. I don't know if Dame Dash knows this. I keep telling you about my brother. He's resting in peace. He gone. But he was a real hustler, gang. Like, real hustler. And he did a lot of hustler shit. And one thing hustlers like to do is try to buy shit just because it's expensive. Just because. And another thing they try to do is be different. The real hustlers with real money, and the real hustlers with real money found out that cowboy boots might cost you $500. They found out that motorcycle boots might cost you $500. Them leather jackets might be $2,000. They was like, oh shit, niggas in the hood can't afford this. I'm going to buy it. So a lot of dudes in the hood, hustlers like my brother, burst out with motorcycle boots and motorcycle jackets. I don't know if you niggas remember in the 90s where there was a rash of people trying to get these really expensive motorcycle jackets, and it went on for a while. So the motorcycle boots and jackets. See, Dame Dash is a nigga sitting in a white t-shirt and some blue swim trunks that he made himself, with a hat that he made himself, with some shoes that he made himself, talking about he's the flyest nigga wearing shit that nobody gives a shit about. He says in the interview, my CEO stuff is called CEO. My CEO stuff is only available to the members. What members is that? Then he goes on to tell himself, my CEO stuff is only, look at these blue swim trunks. Why are you sitting around in swim trunks, my G? These blue swim trunks are CEO. They're only for the members of my thing. Then he goes on to say, I'm not in it for the money. That's a flag telling you he ain't making no money from that shit. I'm not in it for the money. I'm a fly nigga wearing my own shit. So you're wearing some blue swim trunks with stars on them. You're wearing a white tee like you're on the block, with some chains and a hat that you made yourself. Talking about nobody's rocking with Jay-Z. But let me continue. So everybody started wearing these really expensive motorcycle jackets. Okay? I don't know if Dame Dash knows that because he's always rocking white tees and white Air Force Ones. Basic ass hood shit. He's like, nigga, my guys in Harlem used to laugh at this nigga. You sure? Because end of the day, if y'all laughing at a nigga that's buying $5,000 boots, we might need to ask you what's going on. Okay? So, end of the day, no, it wasn't a everyday thing where they were rocking the motorcycle boots in the leather jackets. But ask niggas that really was out in the hood, that really go to the clubs, that really go places where niggas with real money be. They was rocking them boots. They was rock. We was like, yeah, we didn't know when we dumb on the block. We laugh at, yo, nigga got some cowboy boots. Da da da. And then you realize the chicks spot the cowboy boots as being expensive, and he will bag the girl that you're trying to bag that won't talk to you, because he got a matching set that looked crazy. So in the 90s, it was about looking different. So that's the era. He's laughing at Jay-Z for inspiring. So we already know, Dame Dash, you was never fly. You was hood fabulous. You was a hood fly nigga that think getting on an interview with a white tee is fly. So we already know what we dealing with. You ain't never really put on no fly shit like that. Okay? Let's just be honest. I saw you in the Breakfast Club in your linen suit. This nigga the type of nigga, he'll get like, remember when Cash Money was on, what's that shit, the Cribs? Right? MTV Cribs and MTV Gold. These motherfuckers got a mansion, gang. They open the door to the mansion. These dumbass niggas put a hot tub in the middle of the fucking living room. Everything on the wall looked like it was from Family Dollar. This is what niggas get when they get some money and don't know how to get no real shit. They have no fucking class. They put a hot tub in the living room. Stupid shit. Okay? So that's the kind of thinking that we can see Dame Dash is on that level. Whole house be decorated with fucking Family Dollar shit. Nigga run to Sears and get his couch set. Okay? So what I'm saying is, we dealing with different levels of niggas right now. So end of the day, Dame Dash is exposing himself. He's uncultured and uncouth. You're cracking on a man for his boots, and the boots cost more than the whole outfit you got on. Okay, and we're gonna get the reasonable doubt. I'm just building it. I'm just showing you what's going on with Dame Dash. Right? Certain niggas go around caring about all them clothes and shit. Apparently he's one, but you're not dressing the part. Like I started to say, I saw him go to the Breakfast Club. Basic ass linen suit. You're making it like you're doing this, that, and the third. You had a basic ass niggas go to cookouts in the same linen suit you had on with some Air Force Ones. To a nigga in the hood, you're killing it, my G. Right? So, but let me get there. I'm gonna get where I'm going on Dame Dash. Okay? So, end of the day, Dash is sitting here trying to tell you Jay-Z has no style, no class. Right? He says, I don't want to do it, but he does it anyway. He goes in on his class. Because this is when your heart hate, you got to think of shit to say about a nigga that's already killed you. You dead and stinky in the ground. He already buried you, put dirt on you, put lime on you. He had everybody come down and say the last rites and everything, kiss the casket, throw the flowers in. You gone, my G. You gone. You in the ground. The only time you come out of the ground is when you talk about this man. So you need more shit to say. You're sitting there talking about a man who just sold out. I believe it was 3 days. He sold out all those shows. Had to add another show. But nobody cares about Jay-Z. You said the kids. That's why your record label, nothing ever works for you. You're still catering to kids. Didn't Jay just do a whole video interview about old ass niggas catering to kids? And here you are trying to value this man's worth based on if kids like him. This is not Nickelodeon, my G. Grown men not worrying about what kids think. Then you just said he's not relevant in music. He ain't making music. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to be honest. I think the last verse that Jay-Z did was God Did on DJ Khaled. Didn't they go to the goddamn Grammys and perform that shit at the Grammys? Didn't they get nominated for a Grammys? I don't know if they won or not won, but I do know that when Jay-Z dropped God Did, that's all anybody was talking about for weeks. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be the last verse the nigga said. Yes, it was 3 years ago. The nigga don't pop out he don't do a lot of verses. But for somebody that nobody cares about, that record went through the roof. That's all I heard for months. Okay? So I don't know what world Dame Dash. I know he lived by the water. He's always by the water with no shirt on and a bucket hat, doing TikTok dances with Nicky Licky. But in the real world, Hov is still relevant. Selling out venues, this, that, and the third. Don't he got control over the Super Bowl? Who gets up on the stage? Just put Kendrick up there and Bad Bunny back to back. So I don't know, and Dr. Dre. So I don't know if Dame Dash knows. Dame Dash influence is zero. Dame Dash's artist right now, this guy talking about music and relevance, is the white Aaliyah. He calls this girl the white Aaliyah. Name is Nicky Licky. Gang, they got the dumbest video right now. I've never seen nothing more dumb than them two in a video together. The shit went viral because it was so stupid. Now, Dame Dash is going to tell us Jay-Z not relevant. And last but not least, let's stay focused and get to the Reasonable Doubt. Nobody's selling it. Dame Dash goes, nobody's buying it. Nobody listening to Reasonable Doubt. That's why I got rid of it. Oh, that's what happened? Dame, Dame got rid of Reasonable Doubt because nobody's listening to it. Jay-Z's first record, the record that Jay-Z said, you can have everything else, Rocafella. Just give me my masters for Reasonable Doubt back and everything else, go run with it. And Dame Dash tried to be an asshole, said no. Right? So now, the same ruthless businessman that they keep saying Jay-Z, he cutthroat, he do niggas dirty, da-da-da. He said, just give me Reasonable Doubt. You can have the other shit. Dame Dash tried to play hardball. So Homeboy took all that shit. And now they blame Jay-Z for being cutthroat. We just had, what's this guy? What's this guy's name? I can't remember his name. Is it I don't know who it was. He was on Vlad talking about Jay-Z should look out for his homeboy. I don't care about none of that. But you know your homeboys. Oh, yeah? That's my homeboy who I told him you can have everything else. Just give me this back. And he tried to burn me, play dirty. See, when these motherfuckers play dirty and they lose, then they the victims. We see this victim mentality now. You can try to be aggressive and you can try to burn a nigga and take him out. But then when he outplay you and outburn you, now somehow 20 years later, the story's rewritten and you're the hapless victim who should be given $20 million out of Jay's pocket because you tried to test him and you lost. Right? So here we are, Dame Dash lost, and now Reasonable Doubt ain't worth shit. Well, guess what, Dame Dash? You didn't give shit away. You tried to sell. So let me explain this to people who may not know. Dame Dash is 1/3 owner of Rocafella Records. Okay? Rocafella Records is almost worthless. The only thing of value on Rocafella Records is, for the most part, Reasonable Doubt. Okay? Jay-Z wanted Reasonable Doubt. Dame Dash said no. Not giving you shit. Jay-Z said, well, okay, then we could play. Then let's play chess. Dame Dash lost. Now, Reasonable Doubt is the only thing of worth value on Rocafella Records, right? Which is the only thing that Dame Dash owned from that whole venture. All of that shit is gone except for that. Now, Dame Dash owes a lot of money in taxes, child support, and lawsuits that he's lost to people that he's wronged in business. So he owes millions. So he tried to sell his third. First, he tried to sell. I've been covering this shit for years. He tried to sell the 1/3 of his Rocafella Records ownership in NFTs. He tried to sell it as an NFT. Jay-Z blocked that. People like, Jay-Z always playing dirty pool. Nigga, you're not going to play games with me when I know I can beat you in the game that you're trying to play. Right? Dame Dash used to have a lot of people following him, and they used to believe the nonsense he said. And slowly but surely, they started to realize that Dame Dash is dumb. And they realized that Dame Dash ruins every business relationship he gets. Right? And I wish somebody could tell me in the comments, there was somebody that used to be Dame Dash barber. And him and Dame Dash went into business. This guy was the biggest Dame Dash. He was always cutting his hair. I think he was his barber, right? He was always cutting Dame Dash hair. These guys, at the height of Dame Dash's, he was a fucking folklore hero. At one point, he sit there in that barber chair and always was talking to the nigga cutting his hair. That nigga was arm in arm with Dame Dash until Dame Dash burnt him. He was the biggest supporter of Dame Dash. You couldn't say shit about him. around this guy. I don't remember his name, but I remember this shit was at least easily 10 years ago. And homeboy said, Dame Dash is the worst. Mind you, he was the biggest defender of Dame Dash. Like, he was holding this nigga down like this. I got this nigga. He said, I would never do business with Dame Dash the way that shit ended because Dame Dash got into business with him and burnt him bad. Turned his back on him and left him out to dry. Now, that motherfucker, he was one of the people who started to see Dame Dash for what he was. I saw it a long time ago, right? But just like with Umar, you guys used to be 80% pushback on Umar, Dr. Umar Johnson, right? Then it turned to 70%, then it turned to 50%. Now it's somewhere around 5% pushback for Dr. Umar, right? And the same shit for Dame Dash. But when I was saying it, it was 90% support for Dame. Now the support has waned very considerably, right? Now it's 20% support for Dame. It has waned considerably. But this guy was there when it was all about Dame Dash, was the culture. Yeah, Dame schooling y'all niggas. You just ain't listening. This, that, and the third. Okay? So now this homeboy, whoever he is, somebody knows who he is, whoever that is, he has told homeboy has decided, listen, I'm not rocking with Dash no more. Right? So what homeboy ended up doing was putting a bat signal out that this guy's not good for business. Okay? So what happened was we started to see the chinks in the armor. And what happened with that reasonable doubt, let me get back to that, was that Dame Dash tried to sell it. He tried to sell the NFT, got blocked by Jay-Z. After that, he tried to sell his third in an auction because he needed money to pay the IRS and others, right? So he tried to sell his shit at an auction. What happened was that auction didn't work out like he thought because he was asking for, I believe, $1 million, $2 million, People were offering him the $1 million, $2 million, but then somebody got in his ear that they would have paid more. I think it was Drake or somebody really big with the money to do it. So Dame Dash tried to throw in the original Rocafella chains, and you would get ownership of the chains as well. He would throw that in for $10 million. He was trying to get all his tax debt out the way. Tried to sell it. What happened was nobody bought it. So when he did the auction, the state came in that he owed them. They came and bought the shit. Right? So he never got money for that because he owed them. So whatever it was sold for, they end up taking it. So in essence, I gave a very short version of what really happened. Dame Dash didn't give shit away. He sold it in the state that he owed. The New York state bought the shit. So now they owned it. Right? So there's a lot more to the story of Dame Dash, but that's in a nutshell what happened. So he didn't give shit away. He didn't give it away because it wasn't selling. He ended up getting it taken from him. They took it from him, right? So all of this, it ain't selling. Nobody listening to it. No, people listen to it. It's just you don't own it no more. So now you can talk crazy on it. Now let me explain something to you. He was saying very good things about that shit when he was trying to sell it for $10 million and the Rocafella chains off his neck that he was going to give you if you bought it. Nobody showed up to buy the shit. Okay? So that's where we get all this bad blood about reasonable doubt ain't just that and the third. So you got to understand what you're dealing with when you're dealing with Dame Dash. He's going to tell you he's broke. He's trying to sound tongue-in-cheek, but no, he really is, because everything that he uses, everything that he makes, he said it in this clip. He doesn't save anything. He thinks saving is for chumps. You got to understand, this is the mentality that people were listening to. People used to say Dame Dash gave great business advice. They would sit there and follow this man. And I'll be the dummy in the comments getting attacked. I said what Dame Dash just said is dumb. I would say Dame Dash is smart to dumb niggas. And they would attack me in the comments. Okay? And after a while, it started to be obvious to people are logical. After a while, they started being like, well, Dame, if you saying this, but you're really doing that, I don't know if you're really a good businessman. And slowly but surely, it took about 10, 12 years or more. It took some time, but people started to be like, Dame, some of these moves, my guy, I know you my dog and this, that, and the third. Some of these moves you're doing not making sense. You keep telling people, you going on tirades telling people, stop asking you about Hove, don't ask me about Jay-Z, you start saying, yo, another man talking about another man that ain't around, that's chatty patty, that's sucker shit. We don't do sucker shit. But Dame, I'm gonna be honest, my G, I just saw you talking about Hove unabated. They didn't really even ask you about him, or they asked you about him, you could have declined to talk about. So real niggas start realizing, yo, Dame still low-key talking about Jay. But he told us it's chatty patty. He went up on the Breakfast Club. He screamed on them for being hoes and they chatty patty. But my G, you just did it too. So niggas started to see Dame Dash doing the same shit. And he not making no real business moves because every time he make a business move, he fumbles it. And the people that he's in bed with end up walking away from the deal and suing him. So people started to realize, yo, Dash really ain't making no real sense. And slowly but surely, he started to be looked at in the light he's supposed to as a cornball that don't know what he's talking about and a hater. But he's on here once again. Salute the Art from Dialogue. Art of Dialogue is milking Dame Dash for every penny he can get out of. Just sit back, wind him up, let him say dumb shit. Clip it up, bing bong. Another hit record, right? It ain't no music in it. Ain't no raps, but it's another platinum hit. So Art of Dialogue, who is paying him, let's just be clear. Dame Dash is there to get paid. So let's be clear. So Dame Dash is talking about Jay-Z for money yet again. So you got to understand what you're dealing with. Yes, he's going to say these things, these nonsense takes. And he got another take that I'm going to address on another video about Kanye and Jay, and we're going to get to that, right? But I'm not getting to it in this one. But end of the day, you're seeing a man who's still hurt inside. He still feel away. He knows he lost dramatically. I don't know how you can get in a video and brag about being the flyest broke nigga. The two words don't exist. You can't be fly and broke to say it ain't the same. You can't champion both of them. You got to be like, yeah, I'm broke and that's it, da-da-da. I do my best. I try to. You got to be humble. You can't say broke as a flex, my G. It don't work like that. Ain't no flexing broke. Anybody broke is trying to work hard. They humble. They're trying to get their life together. That's what that means. You can't be cool and be like, yo, I'm broke, da-da-da, and be excited about that. It don't work like that, my G. Let me just be honest. So, yeah, we all broke, but ain't none of us trying to make that shit look fly, my G. You got on a white tee trying to make it like you're cool. And I guarantee the nigga had some fucking Air Force Ones on. Okay? I couldn't see his feet. But end of the day, Dame, you still care about shit that you shouldn't be caring about. You should be up there promoting that BET show that you got coming out. You got a talk show coming out talking about it's gonna be all the niggas from Harlem telling their stories. You should be promoting that instead of going at Jay-Z. But he know Art not gonna keep bringing him up there if he don't say no shit that does numbers. We just saw the whole shit with Vlad and Aries Spears. You got to get a certain amount of numbers for them to keep bringing you up there. So he knows when he gets numbers is when he talk about Jay-Z in the story. Man, that's all I got to say. I don't know what else need to be said about this situation, but I'm done saying it. Reasonable Doubt is a classic. It will always be a classic. Dame Dash, one of the people that made it be a classic. He pushed for that record. He's the reason we have that record. That is his legacy. So he's shitting on his own legacy. What is Dame Dash's legacy if it's not Rocafella Records and Reasonable Doubt? What are we talking about? And no, Mr. Dash, we don't rate Jay-Z's legacy on kids. And believe it or not, there's a lot of young kids that like what Jay-Z has done. There's a lot of young kids that they love what Michael has done. 8-year-olds, they still getting into old music. So you can't say that you don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Listen, CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental US. All right, every Wednesday night we go live on the What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Lock in on my social media platforms, 9:15, 9:30. We always talk about hip-hop. Head on over to my Patreon. I got the Patreon up and running. Become a member. And last but not least, Peanut Butter Tim's music video. That's on my page. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Share it. All right, hit that like button. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe and put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you, but I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.